Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. I can almost do it the way I used to if I... Hey! Ow! Son of a bitch. Howdy, 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 boys and girls. Nearly senior citizen here with a nightly / daily status report. It's getting really warm. I need to open up the window. With a daily / nightly status report. It is 9:42 on Sunday, 4/19/2015. And by golly, that means that's what the date is. Howdy, 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 nearly senior citizen here, jumping in with a quick interjection because today is the 20th, 4/20. It's 1:51 p.m. I'll be doing some quick interjections periodically in on what's being said below. Thumbs up. See you then. And between. How about that? Like magic or something. Arm. We're sticking with this brace for me to use instead of the daytime. Other braces, they're good. The daytime brace is just not a good brace, especially at this stage in the game with my hand. So the nighttime brace is the one we're using. I've got, and this is one of the reasons, while wearing this, I can touch my fingertips together. I just have to, that one doesn't want to, that one will do it, that one I gotta move everything else out of the way, and I can touch there. My fingers go like this. I'm bringing my fingers back up when I'm doing that. That's as far as they go. I can't bring them up any higher. And my thumb, when I do that, that's all I can do. I can move my thumb inward. That movement, it goes outward. That's just me relaxing and then hopefully going on its own. I cannot move my thumb back outward. I can move it inward, and then it's got to be just everything letting go and relaxing for it to open up. It's screwed. And it's not just my hand. I really don't know what is going on in my entire body. Because going further on this, it can't be just my wrist. Because this part of my arm is dead numb. I mean, it's just, I can feel pressure, but I'm not feeling any pain from that. And I got a couple spots like that moving up my arm, all right here. It's like that. It's just, this is dead. I can feel mostly pressure, but not much else. And then there's up here, I'm having the same issue, except on the inside of this arm through here, if I like put a book underneath my arm and try to do that, or just the other day I shrugged and my skin pulled there, and oh my God, it was like someone took a red hot poker and just smacked it up against my arm. It burned. Oh, every single time that happens, it's like freaking fire. So I got something crazy going on here. I can't feel half the stuff going on in here. No, that's same thing. My hand, my thumb is cold. My fingers especially, they're kind of colder. That's why I wear this too, because my hand is so cold from that. And then neuropathy. Like I also have some neuropathy in my feet. Neuropathy is like you lose feeling and such in your feet because of my back injury. Like on my left leg, because of my back injury, that leg is nuts. Sometimes it feels like there's just bursts of electricity going from the front top, the hip down to my toes. Sometimes it feels like the leg is just being dipped in cold water, running cold water, and other times it just, I never know what I'm going to be feeling. That's weird with my leg. But now my right leg, the past couple of days, I've been having a weird neuropathy with that, where Today, I could not move my toes. The front half of my foot, from the middle part of my foot to my toes onward, everything was numb. I had proprioception, which is where you know where your body parts are. You close your eyes and you can still go, oh, my hand is still right here, and I could reach right for it, even though my eyes are closed. I know where everything is. That's proprioception. I could still feel it, and so it was there, but I couldn't move it. My front part of my foot would not move. My toes were just... And my heel sometimes goes... The walk-on part, it'll feel like the pins and needles, like I'm walking after, like it's been dead. And it's not. I'm just, all of a sudden, it's pins and needles, or it's just numb. So it's been really going nuts that way. Just, I don't know what's happening. Half the time my foot's not working, so half the time it is working. I don't know. And then my back is just my upper back itself, from like, you've got your lower back, your lumbar vertebrae, and then they go from, your pelvis to the bottom of your rib cage, at which point you get your thoracic vertebrae, which is where your vertebrae come out of. Your ribs come out of side to side, out of those, your thoracic. From the thoracic, start of the thoracic ribs / vertebrae up to my neck, half of my back, and even my lower back too, is just numb. So it's itchy as all hell, and I grab my back scratcher and I'm scratching and I can't even feel it. I mean, it's nothing, and it's kind of a rough piece of wood, so it's, if I could feel it, I'd feel it, but it's just bloody numb. So and the weird thing is, I'm 52 and a half, and I'm obviously falling apart. Just like anyone of age. It's not like I'm unusual. It's kind of unusual in that my hand isn't working, stuff like that. But as you get older, stuff just starts falling apart. It's only unusual in that it's the severity in some pieces. But that's what happens. You fall apart as you get older. But in the midst of all this falling apartness, I actually feel really bloody healthy, which is weird because on the one hand, I'm still occasionally throwing up. I find it very difficult to eat. Part of that, I think now, well, here, I need to get this, I'm going to explain fully on that one. Back when I first weighed like around 300 pounds, I went and had some of my teeth on this lower jaw removed. But having the guy who had to do it was having to wrench in such a fashion that over here in this joint, it just hurt. I walked out of there feeling like a spike, and got chunk into the joint. And for the next couple months, it just kept hurting worse and worse and worse, to the point that I could barely move my jaw. All the glands in here were really swollen. When I went to the VA and they did a blood check, my white cell count was through the roof. And during this time, I was throwing up. I couldn't eat or drink anything. Drinking water made me throw up. Drinking anything made me throw up. Eating made me throw up. I couldn't eat nothing. It's awful. So down about 100 pounds. That's why I'm at 195 right now, which I'm glad. I'm glad I lost weight. Sorry I had to lose it in this fashion. This has gotten better. I rarely feel as sick to my stomach as I used to. I threw up about a month ago when I drank some water, and my stomach just went, no! And I went, oh God. Blah. And took care of that. But so I think I lost a ton of weight because I was so sick from this. When it got grunkadunked in here, something got really badly infected, massively infected inside there. But now it's cleared up. But as far as I can tell. I gotta go talk to them at the VA again still about that. But since then, I can eat a lot of things, and I've been eating a lot more, but I'm still having troubles eating, and I think what happened is I sincerely believe I am also anorexic on top of all this now, because it's difficult to eat. I can't eat much. I mean, my stomach is really small. I mean, if I order let's say I go to Wendy's and I get a Frosty and a single and a medium fries, I can eat most of the medium fries and then I'm done. I'm full. I can't eat anymore. If I eat anymore, I'm going to get sick. And so the rest of it's just wasted. So my stomach is really, really small right now. And I just don't like eating. I don't like eating. Nothing really tastes good. That's why I'm eating stuff like this, because it's garbage, but I'm eating it. Everything else, food, 99% of everything that I eat, food-wise, just tastes like nothing. It's like eating pureed or partially textured styrofoam. No flavor, just shape in my mouth. And so it doesn't taste good. It's just everything's got a weird feel because there's no taste, because it's got stuff in my mouth. And so I don't like to eat. I mean, I'll find myself still only eating about once a day. And sometimes feeling that's too much because I just don't want to eat. I don't like eating. I wish I didn't have to eat. I wish I didn't have to eat. I wish I
Anorexia is a severe problem among millions of Americans and people around the world. So it's not unusual. And I know I got a serious problem and I need to do something about that, because being anorexic is not a good thing. But the problem with being anorexic is when you're there, you don't want to eat. So while I'm terrified of what's happening to me because I'm anorexic and I'm not eating, I'm also semi-terrified of what'll happen if I don't become, if I do clear up my problem with anorexia and I start eating. I'm terrified right now I'll be eating. And so I'm afraid of getting help for anorexia. Ain't human nature a bitch? I don't like doing it. And so that's a major problem here. I understand. I know I'm anorexic. I know I hate eating. I don't know where else to go from there. Because right now where I am, in my head, I don't... You know when you get happy and comfortable in a spot, whether or not it's good for you, I'm in a happy, comfortable spot with not eating. I don't really want to start eating. I mean, I know that's bad. That's really bad. That's not good. But I don't want to eat. If I could stop eating forever, I would. And on to the next one. We've done hand. We've done me being crazy and anorexic. Let's see. There's Pinky Check. This little gal. I've got a special 10-minute Sweetums video that I've got all made up. I just have to finish editing. It's beautiful. She's absolutely insane. She's crazy. I don't know why she hasn't killed herself. But if you take a look at her, she is really thick. This is not a thin hamster. She is full-bodied. She is so round, so firm, so fully packed with babies. Because if you take a look at this tum-tum of hers, and I know it's uncomfortable, and I'm sorry, you can see her belly is just a whole mass of nipples down on each side. Now remember, Hematrons only have 2 mammary glands, one on each side, and then a row of nipples to fill up the rest of the body. She's getting ready for those babies to come out. She's got all them nipples ready. She's fat. She is so full. She is going to be pumping out babies here pretty soon. They have hamsters have a gestational period of about 22 to 23 days for the average. They call that an average, including all of the various species, because the dwarves are much faster and the Syrians are slower. But if you average it out, it's about 22, 23 days. So she's really close. She is close. She is fat. She's got pinkies. One of the other chipmunks that I thought might have had pinkies in her just went into heat. So Bobo's been pretty busy trying to take care of that situation. Clear the problem. Problem? Hamster's not pregnant. Solution? Get Bobo on the job. So Bobo came in, got on the job. Bobo was so on the job at that point, I'm amazed he didn't just dry up and blow away. He was so busy. But, you know, he survived it. Hopefully she's preggers. The only other one, there's one of the chipmunks that's pretty full. Now, if I take a look at her tummy, she doesn't really have a whole lot of nipples ready. It looks different in the camera light there. But without that, it doesn't look like it. But I can see them in that light. So she's getting ready for those babies. And she's feeling pretty full. So you may be filled with babies. And if you do have babies, and if you start squirting out pinkies for me, and you start eating them, save a couple for me. Thank you. The pinky check is pretty quick. So for a me status, we see I'm doing not wonderful. I run until I can't run anymore, and then I fall asleep wherever I happen to be. Because right now, sleeping in my house is not something I can do. Not in my bed. Not where my wife used to sleep with me. And I just can't do it. It's almost impossible for me to sleep in the house that I used to sleep in now. First 2 months after she died, I had no problems. I could sleep in the bed and it felt not bad. It was good. But then after that, things changed enough that I just, every time I tried to fall asleep, I've just had massive anxiety. At night especially. I can sometimes sleep during the daytime with my mask on over there. But primarily I can't. It's not my home anymore and hasn't been since she died. So, talked with my brother-in-law and family here. The closer idea, what we're thinking of doing is just moving me in here as quick as possible so that I'm living here, because it's really doing the kids good. And that's super duper good. I mean, I'll do anything for them. So move me in, we're thinking move me in here quicker, then just start cleaning up across the street, have people come over there, and then just have a sort of a walk-through garage sale type thing. People walk through the house, buy from there, because I don't know how else to do it. And then we'll just get back to the house, we'll move stuff around downstairs where I'm going to be living, and that'll be good. Right now it's very difficult for me to try and do anything up here, and it's an imposition for them. My brother-in-law says, when I say I'm sorry, I don't mean to impose, he says, hey, if it was an imposition, we'd shoot you. So, they haven't shot me yet. So that's the plan right there. I'm gonna hopefully be semi-moving in pretty quick here. There's no real room for me to do that, but we're going to be moving stuff around so we can get me here. And that'll be good. I'll have my own space downstairs. That'll be good. Let's see.
I can't really think of much of anything else for a status report aside from the channel thing. Looks like I made 52 cents in January, but it looks like February I only made 47 cents. My views went down. Nobody likes me. Oh well. That's alright though. Whether even I have 1,000 subscribers, 1,000,000 subscribers, or 1 subscriber, it's all okay. It's all the same thing. Because I'm making videos for y'all, whether it's 1 of you or 10 million of you. I'm making videos for you. All works out. So thumbs up on that. I can't think of anything more, so I'm going to wrap up this status report here. If you've liked, toss, subscribe, share, comment, links, maybe not. I'm sorry, but thank you for being you. Thank you for putting up with me when I'm being an idiot. Thank you for putting up with me while I'm trying to get this together with my channel. I mean, seriously, I've got such huge plans, and I can't really do any of them right now, aside from what I'm doing. So, thank you for watching. You take care, and I'll see you on the flip side of something. I don't know what. What would is on the flip side? What would the flip side be?